Alright guys, into this tutorial I'm going to show you how to create this nice luxury poster into Photoshop. So the whole element that you're gonna need to create this poster are linked into the description, so you can download them and follow along with me. So the first step are going to cut out the bottle here. So into the sources element I'm going to drag the packshot element and put that onto my top bar and Photoshop. To cut out this part I need the layer panel, so I'm going to window and get the layers panel here. So I'm gonna unlock the background and pick my pen tool. If you don't see it right there, you can just press the P button on your keyboard and that's gonna make it pop. So the pen tool is working that way. I'm going to zoom in. If you don't know how to zoom in, you can again pick into the window the navigator's menu to be able to zoom in, zoom out that way, or you can use the shortcut with Alt. So into it, the pen tool is working like that. It's creating just some point. As you can see, you can have some blue point here, and from this step here I'm gonna hold my click and just drag it to the left to make it round that way and follow this curve here. For the next step I need to have a straight line here, so I'm gonna hold Alt or Option on a Mac, and now I'm gonna be able to make a straight line here. You can as well pick the blank arrow tool, the white arrow tool, in order to move it that way and have a straight line, or you can do that way. If I'm just canceling my last step, from this point I can go to the bottom of the image and just click to have a straight line. So here I need to make it round, so I'm gonna click just right here and stretch to the left to make it round that way. Again here I'm gonna hold Alt to cut the next segment, and I'm gonna do something like this. Just make it straight. Even if you miss some pixel, that's not really a problem. We don't gonna see it in the final image. So I'm gonna make the round. Yep. So now, as you can see, I stretch, hold my click and stretch to the top, and I'm gonna follow on the line, the curve. You can as well press the space bar if you hold your click to move your anchor point here. So you just have to make the turn around that way, and yes, to make the cutout. If you had some problem to make the cutout, I'm just gonna upload as low the final cutout image in order for you to follow along. So I'm just gonna follow, making some click. Yeah, as it's straight here, you don't know you don't need to care especially about this part. I'm just gonna make a quick rectangle here. Just gonna, yeah, even if you cut a little bit here, we don't gonna see it at the end, so I'm gonna just cut inside a little bit of the tiny, as you can see the leaf here. So I'm just gonna make a smooth turn in that part. And yes, once you have done to make the turn, it's a little bit different right now. So, but once it's done, you just have to make a right click and you're going to click on Make Selection. The feather radius is going to be set to 0 pixel, as you don't want any feather. You're going to say OK, and that's going to create a selection from now. So with this element, we are just going to press Ctrl J to create a new document with the selection inside, or you can, as low from this selection, create a layer by pressing Ctrl C or Command C on a Mac and Command V. So here we go. For the first part, we have done our cutout. If I'm clicking on the eyeball here, you can see that this is totally transparent all around. So now we are going to create the document, our Canva, in order to create our poster. So let's go to File, create a new document. I'm going to choose the print setting here, A4 format, and I'm going to set the orientation to landscape. I'm not going to change nothing. You have to be sure that you are in RGB mode, 8-byte, white background, and don't manage color, square pixel, and click on Create. So now I got my Canva. I'm going to drag and drop from my pack shot here this layer, so you hold the click and you put that into your new Canva. So what is special into it, if you want to put this bottle into the center, there is both way to do that. You can select with Control or Command the two layers here and try to put that onto the center. But here we need to optically center the element. We need an optical centered object instead of a real centered object. Because of the tiny leaf, that's gonna make something that it's not balanced. So we are unlocking the background. We are pressing Ctrl T. So now I can see that the center is near here and my bottles need to be offset a little bit onto the right. So what you can do here is press Ctrl R to grab the rules, and once you're gonna grab some rules, I'm gonna drag it from the left. As you can see, you should feel something like a little bit magnetism onto the center. So it means that this new line is gonna be into the center. So now we can optically align our bottle into the center. Okay, that's something that's gonna make our poster have a better look. So once you don't want to play anymore with this one, you can just pick it and put that to the rulers again. So now we don't need our rules again, so you can press Ctrl R. You can as low have the rules by clicking to window, and you can grab it into this area. No, it's in view, and you have the rulers here. So as you can see, in view, if you click on the rulers, you can as well see the shortcut here, Ctrl R. Okay, so here we go. Now I'm gonna set different background in order to play with this poster. So for this poster, I'm gonna first suppress the layer 0, the first background here, and I'm gonna create a new adjustment layer with a solid color. So that's gonna be our main color here. I'm just gonna drag it to, don't make it white, but a little bit more grayish color, and then I can drag it just under our bottle here. Then I prefer to have this kind of solid color that's allow me to adjust, and even then after we could adjust the color here if I want something a little bit more bright or something like this. So the next step for this element is we are going to create a new background here to just put the bottle on the top of this. So just make it Ctrl Z to don't move it anymore. I'm gonna press Ctrl T in order to make it a little bit more bigger here. So you can hold Alt in order to keep the center of gravity that you choose before. So I'm just gonna make it a little bit more bigger here. So now to create the background of this effect, I'm gonna pick the marquee tool here. So you can press M if you want to grab the marquee tool. I'm gonna just select behind the bottle here, just under the level of the bottle, and I'm gonna create a new solid color now with something a little bit darker here. So that's gonna create our background for the bottle. And again, I need to switch it just under. So now our bottle is here, and we are able to play with the different level where do we want to put our bottles here. So for the first part, we are create the cutout of the bottle, and we are make the wall setting for our background. So let's see how we're gonna make the pixel stretch effect and make it circular in the second part of the video.